Hello. We've been doing something today. I don't know. Yeah. I wrote bubbles in the thing because I don't know. But we could do bubbles or we could do something else. I don't really know. Yeah. I had ideas, but then I didn't. And also, honestly, I'm never prepared, so you know? I feel like it's summer end. I'm not prepared for shit. I'm not ready for anything, and I never know what I'm doing. How many other things could go? What else happens in life? That was a big plump. Oh hey, nice seeing you again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing again because once again not prepared. Because who prepares things? I don't do those things. I don't do preparation. I should, but I don't. I just. Oh, this weather, it's actually pretty nice. Like, it's sunny and stuff. There's still snow, but it's sunny. it's. Or, wait. Actually, I haven't looked outside in a bit, but my computer says it's snowing right now and -1 degree, so I guess it's not very sunny. It's probably snowing. Yeah, exactly. Life can't be planned. If you try to plan things, it's just never gonna work. It's never gonna, the. Oh yeah, no, we have snow in April a lot of the. I live in the north of Sweden though, so you know, like in the south of Sweden, all the snow is gone, but in the north, we're just like, yeah, it's still snowing. We're having a good time. We be alive and doing shit. I don't know what we're doing, but we be doing it. Um, yeah. So I guess it'd be you 42 degrees Celsius. What the yeah. So sometimes I forget that people get it that warm too. Like, because the warmest it ever really gets here is like 35 degrees. Like that's the warmest we're gonna get probably. So it's that feels like death. Why would anyone want that? What would that? People go to warmer places too. I don't get it. I die when it's like 18 degrees warm outside, and I'm like, yeah, I feel yeah, and humidity can also be like a thing. Like that's because that's also a thing. It's so funny because sometimes when I've been to like the north of Sweden and the south of Sweden, we have a totally different like humidity in the south and in the north. Like it's really really dry in the north of Sweden. It's way like more humid in the south of Sweden. So even if it's the same degrees, it's just a totally different feeling, and it's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand how society, not society, that's the wrong word. Geography function? No, I understand geography. I don't understand why. That was a good. I just don't understand why. It's like it's such a different, you know? Like how can there be such a different based on how much water there is in the air? That shouldn't make that big of a difference to anything really, ever. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because water gets warmer or something. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's like you get boiling water on you. It's very logical technically. So yeah, I get it. I understand. Well, it's not boiling because then it had to be 100 degrees, but that's not the point. The point is it's really warm water that you just end up on you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because even the water that's in the shade and stuff is gonna be warm, right? Ew. Oh. I don't do well with heat. I don't do well with cold either. But I feel like there's always the thing like if you're cold, you can always add another layer. And I feel like that's easier. Because you can only take off so many clothes. Like I know. It's a stop somewhere. It's just oh god, yeah. Yeah, no. But then again, I probably wouldn't feel this way if I had lived like somewhere else for the entirety of my life. Maybe I would feel another like feel differently about that? Yeah, I mean, like having too many layers is not fun, but I feel like it's easier. I mean, also it depends on what layers you have, like hugely. Like certain things are like not okay. I'm also very like poofy. Like certain fabrics I don't like, so I'm like, I don't want to have that. Don't want to feel like it's on my skin. But yeah, also, but sometimes, also you can't really have too many layers. You have to have like layers because they can't be too tight. You have to have like layers of air in between because then you get warm. If you just have a bunch of layers, you don't actually feel that warm. It's also interesting because it's the air that's warm and not actually the fabric. So I'm also assuming that might be different in a different humidity because fabric gets wet. So that could also be like a, yeah, the actual heat is in there. So yeah, no, that's like a thing when you go like skiing or something. You have to like have air in between, otherwise you're gonna die. It's gonna be really cold. Except for in skiing boots because they will fall off if you don't have them really tight. Or actually, I don't know why you have them really tight, but you do have them really tight for no good reason. Well, technically it's spring. It's just our spring has a little bit of snow, you know? Well, I mean it's melting. Like the snow is melting, so it's not entire it's not as much as it was like a week ago. There was a lot, like it was very warm. It was like I'm saying very warm, but when I say that I mean like 8 degrees Celsius. So it's like is it warm? But it was like the snow be melting. So it melted a bit, but we still. Oh yeah, climate change really be fucking things up. But no, but also I feel like it's been like this since I was young. But then again, maybe I'm just not old enough. But like also we have our winters up and down, you know. We do. I don't really know. It's like unclear. They do like this thing every year where they're like, oh, we predict that it's gonna be like a really snowy winter, and they're never right. No one knows what it is. They're like, oh yeah, we know, and then you're like, did you though? Did you? Yeah, maybe I was born in the era of climate change. That is very a big possibility, honestly. It's a huge possibility. So I'm just not old enough to have seen what it was beforehand. Because to me, everything is just kind of normal. It's like going a bit up and down, which I guess is weird. But otherwise, it's like pretty normal. But you never know. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. It's because also climate change is such like because it's not just one thing, or well, it is. It's changing the climate. It's one thing, but it's like it's so different in different parts of the world. What is changing? Because some places get way warmer, other places get way colder, other places like this and this happens. It's like such a different. Like it does change the climate though, which of course is gonna fuck a bunch of shit up. It's gonna be real nice when half of every species ever is dead. That's gonna be fun when we fucked everything up like that and we can't get them back because, well, they died out. Sad life story, you know? Yeah, don't know. Oh yeah, no, definitely because it doesn't like most people are like, oh well, you know, if it gets like everyone who has like money, they're gonna be like, oh well, if it gets a bit too warm here or too cold here, I might just move somewhere else to another place where it's good. But people who can't move can't make that choice. Like they don't have that. Yeah, that's so dumb. Like the regulation thing is like such a I don't know. I just don't get why we wouldn't just pass them. Like no, well, I guess some people don't believe in it, so I see where they're getting the idea that maybe, but like also like why? Like what good does it make not to do it? Like does it make that big of a difference to not do it? Like let's just try and make sure. I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah, lack of education is such a big factor. But that's also like a thing where I see people who are from like rich countries who are supposed to have a good education and everyone's supposed to have that. And sometimes I'm like, what do they teach you? Because what happened? Because this is not logical. Nothing. I just think education also needs a new like revamp because I think people are doing it wrong. Because it's also like, I don't know. I don't remember ever going to school to learn. I always went to school to get a grade, which is also dumb. And you should like not do that. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I would be real surprised if the Earth survives until I'm like, you know, 80 or 100 or whatever. Like, until like I don't think my lifetime. I think in my lifetime I'm gonna see like big like difficult things. Like nothing's gonna work, catastrophes and shit. Like we're not gonna have a functioning world in like a few. I don't know. Like it's in a few years. I don't believe it's gonna. It's so weird also because everyone's like, "Oh, be optimistic, keep going." Like, you need to like figure out what's gonna happen in your life. But then I'm also like, but I don't believe I'm gonna have a life in 20 years. Like, what is the point of a lot of things? Like, if we don't do anything now, like this, yeah. And that's like an annoying thing that I find annoying in Sweden. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, but we're such a small country. We don't make it that much of a difference. We shouldn't need to do anything." And you're like, "Why?" Well, let's do what we can. Even if we're not maybe doing the biggest problems, a lot of what we do are problems. Like when we buy things from other places that have to produce them, like yeah, sure, Sweden didn't make that production like difficulties, but we bought it. We did that. Like, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, people are just gonna send them, but they're not gonna survive. Like honestly, all the privileged, all the privileged people are just gonna die. They don't know how to live. They don't know how to do anything. Like anything that they will need to do to revamp, like make a new earth. They're not gonna be able to do that. Do you think any of them know how to farm or like take care of like I don't know how to do that. No one is they're not gonna know that. They're just gonna die up there. It's just also doesn't make sense. Like I wouldn't survive. Like if everyone had my knowledge, we would not survive. And I do believe I might have like a little bit more knowledge in certain parts of that than a lot of privileged people. Like because at that point you're not gonna be able to just throw money at people and be like, "Oh, do this for me." That's too late. You can't do that. Money isn't gonna mean anything. Money is nothing. Technically, like money is just a number or a like a way of showing that you have something that doesn't actually exist because we don't use gold anymore really. So it's just a weird because they're not gonna survive anyway. So why would they wanna go? I don't know. But then I guess they think that they know more than they do, but I don't think they do. So yeah, just people be annoying. I don't understand why people are so annoying and don't think. Huh? Mm. Oh yeah, no, they will. They do keep like go to any lengths to do that. And it's like it's so weird because I know I'm from like a privileged background. Like I know I have more than a lot of people in this world. Like I do. It's just a fact. But that doesn't mean I need to look down on other people and like use other people just to like what what's the point? Like just live your life, do your thing. It's so annoying. And then like me as one person, it's so difficult to be like, oh yeah, well, just do this because I'm one person, and of course you gotta say things, but you're still like, I'm still just one person. What do I do? How do I make people see that this is not logical? Oh yeah, like oh yeah, real, yeah. of course, like people who are really, really privileged have a totally different. Yeah, that's just a whole other thing. But like in a way, I'm still very privileged. Like I just, yeah, like in a way, I have the privilege because I can do basically whatever I want. Oh yeah, oh yeah, they live very out of touch. Just when you have so much money that you don't have to like think about money, I think they're starting to become a problem because I think you stop thinking from anyone else's perspective ever because you don't need to, especially like if you grow up in that situation, like if you've always, like if your parents always have had more money than they could ever spend in their lifetimes and your lifetimes and your children's lifetimes, there's just an issue, like because you really do live so out of touch with reality, like because like yeah, I can do basically whatever I want, like I do have functioning, like if I fall, like if something goes wrong, I have a support system that is gonna catch me and I'm gonna be able to cope, like keep going, so it's gonna be fine. But at the same time, I can't really just like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a trip to, I don't know, Italy and eat lunch with my private jet and then come back. Like that's weird. Like when people can do that, you're like, oh, maybe you have a little bit more privilege than, the average human is supposed to. It's just like, yeah. And those are the people who are gonna go to like the whatever Mars and do their thing as if they're gonna, like, they're legitimately gonna sit there and be like, how do you cook an egg? How do I get the egg? Where is egg? What egg come from? And you're gonna be like, yeah, nice, good job. You're gonna live long. I believe in this one. So yeah, I don't know. Difficulties. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. And I can see positives and negatives with that, but I understand what you mean. How I've been keeping lately? I'm sorry, I don't. My brain. Uh, yeah. No, I've been. We're doing. No, well, I had. Oh, okay. Thank you. I was just. I've been doing pretty good, I guess. I've been doing. I had a little bit of a dip, and then I didn't have access to my computer and stuff for like a week, so I couldn't stream then. And also, I don't. I used to be streaming on a schedule, but now I've like realized I just push myself into like ugh, and then I just get stressed. So I feel like I just do it when I feel like it now. Yeah, I'm in kind of college. Yeah. So it's like also that I we have a project coming up now, like legitimately tomorrow we start a project that's probably gonna be very busy. So I don't know, and like half of the school is sick. It's really fun. We're gonna see how that project's gonna work out. We have two groups, and like the two of the most important people in the groups are sick. So yeah, no, I feel like I've started to feel like that's a better idea to do it. So I'm just gonna, you know. Oh, it's gonna be like a short film thingy, uh, but yeah, we our director, our my group's director is sick. The other groups, like person who keeps track of all the times and when you're supposed to be where and what you're supposed to be doing and that like that type of person is sick. So we have interesting, and I think everyone's like starting to become sick. Oh yeah, we do a lot of short films, so it's kind of fun. I really like doing short films. It's really funny. Yeah, but like last week we had one person sick, and I was like, not to be like a downer or anything, but I believe that next week everyone's gonna be sick, and then everyone like today basically, or like a lot of people today were like, hey, I'm sick, and I was like, I shouldn't have predicted this. This was a bad idea. Oh, the short film. It's about. Oh, I don't know if I can actually say that technically. I don't know. It's not my short film. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What I'm allowed to say. But it's like a. I'm sorry, I don't know that word. But the film's about like it's about a couple that then and then there's like a magic painting thingy or like a haunted painting more like it and it's oh yeah so oh yeah yeah I guess I predicted the future. It wasn't great, honestly. I should have stopped. I just shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just act and do whatever they tell me to. I feel like I'm gonna just keep on the. I have no idea how they wanna. That poofed out. How they wanna make sure that works, but if they want it to work, I guess they can make it work. I'm not doing the editing, so I'm just happy about that because I think that's gonna be difficult in this film. But I'm happy. I do what I do, and I let the other people do what they do. Oh no, I do acting this year. Next year I'm gonna be doing filmmaking. I think, hopefully, we'll see. Uh, and then you get to try like all the different things. Why does a bunch of things keep popping up on my computer? There we go. Let's just yeah. So I just do a bit of acting. I do the little actor thingy and hope that works. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. I've heard that Oscars aren't very legitimate. I'm sorry. That's just it's so. And also, honestly, does anyone want to win an Oscar? It seems very boring. I might want to win an Oscar when I get older. I should not say things like this when I'm just like, I don't know. It just seems a bit boring having to sit there and wait for it. But then, like, yes, did I win? Good job, me. Whoa. But I guess we could say that. Yeah, Oscars are. See, that's what I'm saying. I've heard that they're not really legitimate. So all the nepotism babies, they be winning them Oscars. Oh God, why is my camera like? Alright, we're back. Yeah, but we be doing things and it be going. So yeah. Anyway, what did I say I was gonna do? Bubbles or whatever my brain comes with. That's good. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could win something more. Yeah, something more legitimate. I mean, there are legitimate prizes, of course, in certain things, and I'm assuming at least certain Oscars are legitimate, but I don't know. I have no idea really how it works. I've never functioned that industry fully like there. Yeah. Why is my hair like being annoying? Stop it. There we go. Stopped it. But yeah. I do have one of my when we started the acting thing, one of the people in my group got everyone in our class one of these. So technically I already have one. So it's just a plastic one, but whatever. I guess now I don't need to win an actual one, which is a fraud. So. Oh yeah, sure. Go eat. Eating is good. Why is my camera like not working? What is it that's making it not wanna? I don't get it. Anyway, what we gonna do? I don't know. What did I say? Bubbles or whatever my brain comes up with. Brain function. Let's do bubbles until Wait. Fuck, I'm back. Am I not muted now? Why was I muted that time? Okay, well that's a problem. Yeah, that page was muted, I guess. I didn't have time. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, you really didn't miss anything. I was just kind of clicking things and doing other, it really made no sense. I was just kind of drawing on a thing, on the bubble thing, and then I tried to understand what the bubble thing was from beforehand, which I just didn't. So I don't know. Honestly, I just don't remember what I did last stream, which is probably not a great thing. But we be doing things. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I'm not good at it, and I also don't have a drawing pad here, so I just kind of use my mouth, mouse. Yeah. So yeah, drawing with a mouse is not easy, ever really. But yeah. I mean, I could have been drawing with my mouth too if I was having the mouse in my mouth. I could. Maybe. I don't know if I could, actually. I haven't tried, so I'm not gonna say that I could. But I'm also not gonna say that I can't. Because I haven't tried. You never know, right? I could be an amazing person. Like, amazing at that. And no one would know. I mean, I wouldn't know either, but no one else would know either, so Now I'm kind of really, like, wondering which of these which of all my sources, like scene thingies, don't have sound. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. How do I don't know how I don't know which side's best. Because I would need to be wait, how do but I can't but you guys can't see this. Wait, I'm gonna see if this piece has audio. No, I will figure this out. I'm gonna see if this one has audio, and if it does, then I'm gonna be just, trying. I didn't have audio. I'm realizing. Okay, that might not have been ideal. Yeah. Yeah, no. Guess that's gonna be difficult to do now. I don't know. It's like I just think I have like missed putting in the audio, so it's like not. I don't know. It's like in a different thing, so it just doesn't show up. Which probably is really easy to fix, actually. Wait, I can probably fix that. Ah, fuck. This is going great, I promise. Wow, yeah, I didn't accidentally click on a bunch of wrong things. Nope. Yeah, couldn't figure it out quickly, apparently. I couldn't find the thing I was looking for. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm working on that streak. Be trying to learn the languages. Not that I can stick to one language, so I'm not really learning anything, but you have gotta try. Yeah. What? Oh, I'm. Shall I pull up my? I'm gonna pull up. I can't show them because then we're gonna. It's gonna become weird. But I am learning Esperanto. I'm learning Korean. I'm learning German, I'm learning Chinese, I'm learning Russian, I'm learning Latin, I'm learning Danish, I'm learning Japanese, and French. Yeah, no, I don't think it's like a sharing screen thing. I think it's like I don't know. I think it's like something I've done with my OBS that's like weird. Because like I have a specific audio thing that's going in to make this mic function and like make sure it's not this mic, wherever that mic is. So actually I can't. Well, actually I probably can't say coffee. I can say probably the word coffee in most of those languages, but I can't order anything because I'm just like, yeah, I say the word, just it. Or the one thing I probably should be able to say, at least in all languages, is man. Because I feel like the first word you learn is always man. And I don't really know why, but it is. So I should be able to say that. Don't know if I can. Actually doubt I can. Yeah. But you have. Oh, you do Spanish? Is that the one that the language you're learning? Do you stick to one? Are you smarter like that and managing to actually learn it? Shit. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just see the thing is and the second you start writing another language, I'm like, can I understand this? No, I can't. Well, I understood cafe or cafe. Yeah, but I don't know how you would say that in Spanish, but yeah. Well, the problem is it's not smart because I'm not learning all of the languages. I'm just looking at all of the language and thinking, I want to learn all of these. And then I try, and then I try too many at the same time, and I don't actually pick anything up. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, I should just stick to one technically, but it's just like I get these urges where I'm like, cafe, 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 cafe. I don't know. I'm just my dyslexia be doing. Cafe, cafe, fi, cafe, cafe. I don't know if I'm gonna see. The problem is also I'm trying to proof the word so that it's like, I don't know, because in Swedish you wouldn't pronounce all the letters in the same way. So I'm like trying to proof them. So it's because in Sweden we would just say cafe. Eller, I mean it's coffee, so kaffe. But so I'm like, is the where's the like where do you? Yeah, well, it's fun to learn anyway. I like learning languages. I don't understand languages, but I like learning languages. And I'm way better at like learning to listen to like understand a language than I am at ever speaking a language. Like I'm usually very bad at speaking, but I can pick up like how to understand someone talking it, which is I guess half the language. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I wanna be able to like I wanna be able to go anywhere in the world and be able to talk to people. The language I've learned the most, I think, right now is Korean, but I'm pretty sure I'm working pretty hard on the on the Esperanto too because I don't know how to pronounce Esperanto either because it's not actually a language, which is why it's interesting to me. Yeah, I wanna see I wanna see different cultures. I wanna talk to different people, and I wanna like just Esperanto is not actually a language. It's actually very interesting. It's a language they made to be able to talk in all. It's meant to be able to be spoken in any country, so you don't put like a country or like in any like political situation. You're supposed to be able to speak it, so you don't have a country, like no country is connected to it, so you could speak to anyone, where anything like without having to have feel like it's like political in any way because like a language is always going to be a little bit political if you're in the wrong like circle. So it's like a made up language, I guess, that's made to be spoken in situations where you can't have a language from a specific country. And I think it's very interesting that that exists. I don't actually know who invented it. I don't remember, but I can wait. Esperanto inventment. Its Esperanto environment has a mission to integrate environmental solutions that are adapted to its clientele, its specific needs to offer high levels of expertise in management and industrial water. I don't understand that, and it didn't tell me who made it. That didn't seem like it was what I was looking for. Invented. I don't understand. Esperanto is artificial language constructed in 1887 by L.L. Zamenhof. Someone Polish is what I'm getting from this. And it was published in 1905, so it's actually a pretty old language. I didn't know it was that old. But yeah, so it's a pretty, it's just made to be able to like function around everyone. So I find it a bit interesting. Yeah. Then also probably like a lot of people probably don't know the language, so you know, whatever. But I find it fun that we can still like, that there's a way to try and like that's like a way of trying to unify people, even though there's nothing unifying us. Maybe like it's something that like a lot of people don't see, even though I feel like just the point that we're all people does unify us. But you know, not everyone sees it that way, so gotta just. But yeah, so that's one of the ones I'm really into. Oh god, no, I cannot. I do not know a sentence well enough to be able to do that. Now I got stressed. Ah, god, wait, no, I don't, wait. Like, I'ma just, yeah. I don't know if that was picked up, but that was a sentence if it was picked up. No, but now it was that was a sentence. I don't know, but since I don't know, it was. Do I even know how to say this? La virino kai la viro laboras. La virino kai la virino laboras. Yeah, so it be a language. Which I think, I think it means the woman and the man is working, which also is not that interesting of a sentence. That was correct. Why does it keep going really loud in my headphones and I forget that it does that? That scared me. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not... Yeah, exactly. This, like, certain parts you pick up, like... I pick up, like, laberino, I get it. It's, like, once I've learned the word, I understand why it is that. Because it's... Yeah, I don't know. The virit... Whatever I said it was. Virito... virino and... Viro is just word for like him and her, I guess, technically, or woman and man. And I guess you just learned those. I don't know. I'm not very good at that. And the rest is just kind of like filler words, which I guess are different. But I think a lot of words, like maybe laboro is like maybe a word that like in a lot of languages means something similar to. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has to be. It is. It's just. It is basically impossible without context. That's one of the things I have. Like, my mom is not from Sweden, so she's from Denmark, so she can speak Danish. I don't speak Danish, but when people talk to me, they're always like, when they get to know that I'm half Danish, they're like, "Oh, do you understand Danish?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then they'll always throw out some random ass sentence that's like so like not what we've been talking about. Like, "Oh, they happen to know these two words," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I didn't pick that up because you just changed the language from another language and then just threw in something that doesn't have any context and then just expected someone to understand. That's really difficult even in like your first language to be like, oh yeah, I can just throw that out there and be like, oh yeah, I understood everything without context or anything. Like, yeah. But context is very important. You can learn, you can understand people a lot without like knowing things. Yeah, exactly. Like context matters so much because like a lot of the time, like you can go up to someone who doesn't speak a language you understand, like you don't speak the language they're speaking at all, but if you know the context of which what we're speaking about, you can somewhat understand what they're saying, even if you don't like no. But you're like, okay, well, we're talking about this. I heard a word I maybe recognize slightly, or like is similar to a word that I might have in my language or something, and I can make a sentence that is logical, or maybe not the exact sentence of what they said, but what they mean can come across to me. So I think that's very fun too. It's one of the reasons why I really like languages, because I think it's so interesting that we can also make each other understand each other with so different, like such different things. Because like different languages can be so extremely different, but at the same time they're still just the way someone has like a thing that we have made up to be able to communicate with each other. And I mean, we can communicate even without a language. It's just a little extra thing that we have made that makes it just a little bit easier. Oh yeah, I think charades probably, like to a certain extent, like because charades is just like any other language. It would be like, well, what's the context? It's of course a lot more like if you're playing the game charades, it's gonna be difficult because you just randomly get a word that you have to guess. That's more difficult than just like, oh well, we have been charading the entire day and now we're standing at this food thing and I'm doing pointing at the food and like, uh, then everyone understands that. What do you want? Or like, what food? Something question. Like you understand like there's just a certain like the context thing is such a big thing though. But yeah, like charades is such a good like just the like body not body language because some people do have difficulty, but like showing things with your body. Like we can show a lot by just like pointing at something or like doing. Oh, my mom. Well, I mean, first of all, the countries are very close to each other. But my mom's parent, or my mom's dad specifically, got a job in Sweden when she was like 16 or something. And then they moved to Sweden. And then, well, her parents moved back, but she stayed to study in Sweden because she grew up in Sweden basically at that point. Like she was in school there and stuff, so she stayed there. And then she met my dad in Sweden, so, you know, then she stayed for, yeah. So, this that's how that happened. And then I'm actually really upset that I never really fully learned Danish. But the problem is Danish and Swedish are very similar to me at least. So like I know a lot of Swedish people who don't understand Danish at all, but to me they're so similar that I'm just like when I was a kid, I was like, why would I need to learn to say something in a little bit of a different way when everyone understands me and I understand everyone? What's the point, right? But now I really wish I knew it because I think that would have been like nice to just a little nice thing to do also, just like to know that language. Oh yeah, totally. Viking through and through. That's for sure. That's, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Vikings, yeah, they be doing things. But the funny thing is though, like there's the difference between the different Vikings. Like Danish Vikings, I think are the people who like I think they're people They're the people who like kept buying things and selling things to other people. The Norwegian Vikings were the ones who like fought a lot and like plundered and shit. And then we have the Swedish Vikings who were very religious and did a lot of that shit. So I mean, I got a little bit of everything. Well, I don't have any Norwegian in me, what I know, but you never know. But I mean, so I guess I'm not a fighter. I'm just like a sailing merchant. Oh yeah, we were interesting. We did the four thing. We did the like four. Please give us rain. Or no, he didn't give. Did he give him? He did. He did lightning. I don't know. Yeah, I'm the religious merchant. I got that shit. I can make the storm go whatever by offerings. I don't know. I don't know enough about Norse mythology to know who I'm supposed to be like. Why is my like camera fucking up all the time? There we go. It's back in focus. I wish I could choose the focus on this thing. Anyway. Yeah. I wish I knew more about Northern mythology too, but I do know a lot more than actually the average person because I did have a time when I was very interested. Yeah, of course. I bless myself, ask the right gods, do whatever I do, and then I get them to make me, I don't know, manage to be the best merchant out there. I got that one. I'm so good at selling things. Yeah, totally. Never had any issues with stuff like that ever. Yeah, don't get confused or stuff when people ask things. Any interesting Norse folk tales? I mean, we don't really have any like big tales that are like the same. We have a lot of like small things that are like we're told when like one village here and there. So I don't really know. We have like a lot of different like we have. Now I'm gonna translate this right because I was about to say little Santas, which is not the correct thing. It's little gnomes, but the word for gnome and Santa Claus is the same in Swedish, so it gets confusing. Or gnome. I don't know which one of those is correct either. But like, yeah, little like, I guess. Well, we call them house Santas. Now I'm gonna, but I don't have sound on that. Wait. I need to figure this sound thing out because I want to show a picture of the hustomtar. I don't know how to be. They're very like similar to Santa, but like house gnomes. Yeah, basically, they're. Wait, I don't even know where my. What does this one do? This one did not do what I wanted it to do. That was, I had an extra thing, but at least it has sound, I think. So that's interesting. It's something, you know? Fuck. We're back. I didn't accidentally click on a bunch of wrong things just to get here. No. Anyway, yeah, like house gnomes kind of thingy, I guess, yeah. They kind of really looks like sand. Now I'm gonna take a picture here, like these things. They save image. Thank you. And then we're gonna. Yeah, we have a lot of like different small stories about those, because they be like I don't know. I guess they're important in some way. I don't know. We just kind of have those. They're you know. There's like a whole thing about how you're supposed to treat them and stuff. I don't. Yeah. Here we go. Found them. Yeah, they're like tiny Santas. Really, all of them looked like this, but in the older tales they all had brown clothes and brown hats, and then in the newer tales they started getting red hats, and I think that might have been coming with Santa Claus, you know. But they are like tiny Santas. Yeah. Wait, and we have a lot of like stories about like how they could either curse you or they can be really nice to you depending on how you treat them. So like some of them would go and like I don't I don't know where I want to put this. Some of them can like go and make your, like when you milk your cow, they can have the milk go sour if you're being rude to them. Uh, yeah, kind of like Lady Fortune, but like a little bit. They're very specific. Like you could also like if you didn't like your neighbor and you were on really good terms with your little house gnome, you could be like, but my neighbor's not very nice, right? And then they'd go and curse your neighbor or whatever, you know? Like if it was like you could, and then you give the little gnome like milk and stuff, and it'll be happy, and you like give them a bit of oatmeal or something. I don't know, which is it's really just kind of like a, oh, just be nice to them, don't like disturb them. They live on the loft, like the hay loft. I don't know, they be living like a little bit, and then they go out in the night and grab a little bit of a snack from you, and you just have to be nice. I mean, yeah, they can be nice, but they can also really destroy your life. Because think about it, there's also a bunch of tiny people living in your house, and if they get mad at you, they're gonna fuck you up because there are a bunch of tiny people who just live in your house and are like, well, we can do whatever we want in the life of in nighttime, yeah. And they like in a lot of tales they like talk to animals and stuff, so they could, I don't know, they have like pacts with animals. I don't know. There's like a lot of different tales that say different things, of course, because it's all like folk tales, so it's all from mouth to mouth, like tales that later have been written down. So it's really unclear on where things have started and how they were from the beginning. But something, so they're all very different, but it's kind of very interesting. Yeah, I mean that's definitely one way to do it. I don't know really who that is. Use wait now I gotta now I'm gonna think here. Do I know who this person is? I never know fully because I try remembering things like this, but then yeah. Wait, no, I do not know who they are. Ah, nice. We love those types. They're so, int- yeah. Yeah. Oh fuck. I clicked on something again. Why do I keep clicking on things? There we go. Anyway, but yeah, he's, we love people who just hate minorities and do nothing functioning and can't see that the world is moving forward and just accept that. Why wouldn't we love those types of people so extremely much? They're not so annoying at all. Yes. Love men. No, it's just why is it always men? I don't understand. That's actually, why is there mostly men in, well, actually never mind, I'm not gonna ask that question. That's dumb. There's mostly men in charge because men built the system. Yeah. Yeah, no. We set the gnomes on them. I think they deserve the gnomes. The gnomes can. They can, I don't know what they do, but they can do it. I believe in the gnomes. Like, why wouldn't, like, that'd be actually way more scary than like if someone sent like someone to kill you with like a gun or something. Just have a bunch of tiny little Santas just running at you. That seems like a nightmare, actually. Like, that's actually scary. So I don't know. Like, that one seems. I don't know. Yeah, like legit. It's just, like just like having like 30 little tiny things that are just like, I'm gonna kill you. That would be scary. That would be legitimately just like, do we wanna fight them? No. Do we wanna deal with them? No. But do we wanna be their friends? Yes. I don't wanna be like not friends with them. That would be a problem. No, yeah. The Curse of Chucky? Like the... Like the doll? Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, the doll, I'm assuming. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's that's scary. That's very scary. Yeah. Why do they always like take children things and make them scary? What's the point? Like, we take dolls, we take clowns, we take all of the other tiny like children things, and we just like, let's make it scary. This makes sense. I don't know, but it's kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of like a little shock. Like, to think it's just having like 30 Chuckies just going at you like, I'm gonna take care. Yeah, no, wouldn't want to be that person, honestly. But like, I wonder sometimes about just things. My brain is also like, I don't know, I feel like my brain might be a little bit calmer than it was last stream, but also it might not be, because I'm really like on a thing with my energy right now, so I'm like, I don't know. I'd be flying everywhere. I don't know. My brain is like kind of here, kind of not here, which is both an issue and not an issue at the same time. Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah. Oh yeah, that's logical. Yeah. I guess they are. It's kind of also a weird thing that people are obsessed with that. Like, why is that like such a big thing? I mean, yeah. Brain be going brr. But like, the loss of innocence thing is such a... Where does it matter? Why does it matter? What is innocence? This is also like, this is so different to different people. I'm just like, I don't, because like, you can like have innocence in certain things and like be really not innocent in other things. I feel like it all depends on like what you've been through in life. So I feel like it's like, you know, I don't know. Ow, that hurt. Fuck, I put it too tight. I pulled it too tight. Fuck. Ow. Yeah. Okay, now it's not hurting anymore. We're good. That's good. That took me too long to notice also that it hurt. I feel like I like did it, sat down, and then I was like, oh fuck, that hurt. Like that's it. It took too long for me to notice that it hurt. I was not reacting. Yeah. Human nature. Humans are weird. Like honestly, why humans, you know? Why they do what they do? Boom 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 boom. Yeah, I guess that's true. They are adults, so they don't think like. But I feel like in a way, I don't know. If I like start doing something that is so very involved with children things, I feel like you need to start thinking from a child's perspective. Also, like, why is my hair also weird? But like, you gotta just start thinking from other people's. Like sometimes, I don't. It's just maybe not just children's perspective, but just like being able to think from someone else's perspective, because like if I make a film, everyone in the film is not gonna be like me. Like that's just because that wouldn't be an interesting story or movie or something. Like it just wouldn't be good. And then I need to, everything that puts in that isn't me, I need to think of as something else, and then I can't just be me. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I also like there's a I guess there's this, like a saying, but I guess also that doesn't really have anything to do with being a child, but it's something that often people are like, oh well, like as long as you're playing, you're a child. But I've heard this thing like as long as the second you stop playing, you stop living, which I think is very true. But it is also a weird way that we like make people like put people into like, oh well, now you're an adult, now you can't do this anymore because you're not a child. And that's also weird. It's like how we just put people in like, oh well, you're a child, you can do this, but you can't do this. Oh, but you're an adult, you can't do this, but you can do this. It's like, why does that have to be like certain things I understand, like I can understand alcohol and like all of these things that actually like have some type of effect, but like if I want to go down a slide, why does it matter that I'm not 5 anymore? Like where does this stop? Like where does this like why? I don't understand that. It's weird that people have like this function also growing up, like how being an adult is such a big thing. It's like I mean I'm an adult, technically I'm an adult, but like, where does this stop me from doing things that I like and like having fun and being like, I don't know, just doing whatever I want to do? Because I think that's just, yeah, I guess it is more about societal perception than it is the character. And that, but still, like, you can still like think through it. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Yeah, no, that's true. We can't let society influence what we enjoy because then we're all gonna be fucked. That's not gonna be fun. No, I don't know. Just sometimes it's just society be doing things. Honestly, no, I don't know. I don't know. I sometimes wonder why we let societies like society influence so much. Like society influences me a lot too. Like I don't pretend like I'm like good at this and know where that I can be exactly whoever I want to be, because of course I'm affected by society, everything when it's affected by the like norms and stuff. But I wonder why we let it be like that. I mean, I guess it's because we're like pack animals and we want to fit in with the pack. Uh, but at the same time, it's like weird that it's like that there's like things that are just like okay and not okay, and oh, we're gonna put ourselves into boxes and make this so that we can function better in a box. Like, why does everything has to be a box also? I don't like boxes. Like, boxes is kind of boring shape, you know? We could be having stars, but no, we're gonna have a square. Why can't we have like a star where there's at least more people who may fit into their own little corner of the star? And then you can have like a really big star with just like infinite amount of spikes, star spike. I don't know what that is called. Yeah, I think we should put people into stars instead of into boxes. I'm gonna run for, I don't know, I'm gonna run for president of the world with my star idea. That's what that is. Yeah. I don't know what that was. That was my. Oh yeah, we are like a legitimate machine. We're not like separated people. Yeah, we are just a byproduct of capitalism. That's very true. That is just legitimately what we are, because it's so like you have to be something and you have to fit into this machine. You have to be like, oh well, okay, I'm not, even if you don't fit in, you're fitting into another box. Like that's the weird thing. Like if I'm like, okay, well, I'm not like everyone else, if like I'm not gonna fit into everyone else's like box, but then you're fitting into the box of people who are like trying not to be like everyone else, which is also like a weird thing. Yeah, no, definitely. Like it's just such a capitalism really does just kind of build up everything, which is also dumb. I don't understand how we let capitalism be the winning of everything. Well, I understand it, but I don't like it. It's such a but then again, I don't really know. Like, I don't know a better way to do it. I guess technically, because nothing else really have worked. But also, I like the original concept of communism. I don't like the way it's been put out or the way we use communism today. But the original concept that everyone is supposed to be able to do whatever they want and help equally, well, not equally, but help as much, like in an equal amount, which doesn't have to be exactly equal, but that's the concept, is that everyone is on different points but can still help to an equal percentage of what they're possible, like their possibility of doing it. I think that could be like, I think the logic in that is nice. I don't think it would ever work, but I think it's nice to feel like we could work together but still be separate, and then make a thing, like, something that works. Oh yeah, it does have a honeymoon. It really, really has a honeymoon period where it's just everything looks great and dysphoric. Yeah, and then it's great for a bit, and then it just falls. I mean, we've all seen crashes happen to, like all of the like money crashes happen, and that fucks up. Like, that's what's not supposed to be able to happen in capitalism, but it does, because money goes like this and will always fluctuate like this. Like, it's never a straight line, because it's not, it's something that needs to go around, and if it needs to go around, it needs to go up and down to function. But it's just such a, yeah, it does have a really good honeymoon period, though. It does. It's kind of annoying. But the whole dysphoria, I just, everything, like all of the like isms, I guess, all have like this dysphoric feeling to them. Oh yeah, it's all built on slavery in like, in some way. Yeah, and if it's not, yeah, it's all slavery. Like, because they're all, someone has to be on the bottom to pick up whatever all the people on top are throwing at them. Like, that's just the way that capitalism functions, and the way that all of those types of things function, because it in a way needs people to not be on the same page. Like, it needs people to not be the same. It needs people to not have the same rights, which is just honestly also so wrong in so many ways. But it's just, it's so annoying, and like it's everywhere. Yeah, no, it's legitimately a system built to oppress people. It's weird, and it's weird that so many people don't see that. It's like weird, because it's like so obvious. Because we can see all the places in the world where capitalism functions the best is also the places in the world that has the most slavery, and the places in the world where we're mostly, at least like where I'm from, where we're all like, oh, we should help them because they can't have slaves. And then you're like, but that's where it all functions. That's where all our money is coming from. That's who we're throwing things at. That's who we are giving money so that they can have slaves, so that they can make things so that we can have it. It's weird and dumb, and it's just so annoying. I'm weirdly annoyed at this. This is, well, it's not weird. It's probably a good thing that I'm annoyed at it, but I just don't, because I don't know what to do about it. Because you're sitting there like, I mean, I'm a little human being. Hello, I would like to stop it, but it's like a whole system that's been in place for like hundreds of years, and yeah, it's such a difficult thing to break too. It's a cycle that's just keeping on, like, yeah. Yeah, of course, like, yeah, like I can always vote, but like, is that gonna be like, if not everyone thinks the same as I do, is that gonna be enough? Like, are there enough people who think like I do? And that's scary. That's just a scary thought. Like, are there enough people who think like I think? I don't know if, because I don't know if there are. Which is, yeah. And we have a huge problem in Sweden right now. We have like a huge like right wing. Why is my camera doing this again? Just please look at. Thank you. And we have like a huge right wing thing right now, and it's going that way where people are like being dumb, and I don't understand it. And I don't know why people vote that way, or I know why people vote that way because they're scaring people, and fear is the greatest motivator ever. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's the thing though. Like, I would like to say that we're pretty like we have a pretty good democracy, but at the same time, I guess, well, actually, just this specific party that's gotten a lot of votes now has just, I don't know, but they've been scaring people a lot. Like, they've been like saying a lot of things that you're just scaring people, and it's like scaring weird, like people who shouldn't be afraid of it, which I find it weird because it's like all of these people who aren't affected by something that they're afraid of. Like, it's like, because we've had a few shootings in different places, and people who aren't like in those types of neighborhoods where that happens are the ones voting to stop it because they're, or stop it, that because they think they can stop it, but it's just dumb because they're like, oh, if we take out all the immigrants, then we're not gonna have any problems with shootings anymore because most people who shoot are immigrants, but that's not even true. Most people who shoot are Swedish people. We are not, because we barely get any, there's barely any time on that. It's not that dangerous. It's not like a, yeah. So they're scaring people, and it's annoying, and I can't, I don't know. But they also did say no, that party did say no to being like the biggest party, because you can choose to be the biggest party, and then you can like choose who you like, more people in like a, we have like a over thing where we put different people from different parties in, and the people with the most votes of course get more people in that thing. And yes, but they said no to choosing, so I don't know. Yeah, exactly. They use immigrants as scarecrows, and it's stupid because I don't understand it. I just don't understand why that's dangerous. Like, it's such a weird thing to be like, oh, this is dangerous. Why? It's their people. They're normal people, just like you and I. Why would there be a difference? I don't get it. Oh, now it got really political here because I'm like, I don't. It's just annoying me to an unnecessary extent. But yeah. Uh, oh, I should stop streaming actually, because technically we're not supposed to make any noise now. After 10 p.m. we're not supposed to be making noise, and now it's 10 p.m. so I should probably stop. But it was really nice having you in my chat again and talking again. We get so many, I get more interesting conversations. You talk so much, yeah. Oh yeah, it's such a thing of just like people are afraid of what they, like something that isn't exactly like them, and so dumb. So dumb. Oh, hi. I was just about to end. I'm so sorry. But because I live in a house with other people, and I'm not supposed to be making noise. Well, it's technically 1 minute over when I'm not supposed to be making noise, but yeah. Yeah, bye. Yeah, goodbye.